I had spent $8,000 on an engagement ring planning to propose on our anniversary next month when I found a different ring box hidden in her dresser. Her ex-boyfriend had proposed last week, and she'd already said yes. Hey friends, please subscribe and turn on notifications, like this video, and leave a comment with your impressions. This will be a great help. Thank you. We never tire of reminding you. It's all thanks to you. Nashville in mid-October exists in that perfect autumn sweet spot where the humidity finally breaks and the city feels alive. Leaves turning on the hills around town. Everyone on patios for live music, Broadway packed with tourists and locals alike. That energy that makes you remember why Music City pulls people in. I'm 35, work as marketing director for a healthcare company downtown. The kind of corporate work that pays well and lets you enjoy the city's incredible food and music scene without the struggle most artists face here. Claire is 31, works as an event planner for a boutique firm that handles weddings and corporate events across Tennessee. Organized, creative, always juggling multiple events, constantly showing me venue photos and vendor contracts and timeline spreadsheets. We've been together for 3 years and 1 month, living together in a house I owned in East Nashville for the past year and a half. The relationship felt solid, mature, ready for the next step. The ring purchase had happened 6 weeks ago, early September. I'd been thinking about proposing for months, had been looking at rings casually since summer, trying to figure out what Claire would like without being too obvious about it. I'd finally found the perfect one at a jeweler in Green Hills. Round diamond, platinum setting, classic but elegant, exactly Claire's style. $8,000, which was significant but appropriate for a ring you hope someone wears for the rest of their life. I'd bought it September 8th, paid in full, had it sized, picked it up September 15th. Been keeping it hidden in my home office ever since, tucked in the back of a desk drawer Claire never opened. The proposal plan was set for November 12th, our 3-year anniversary. I'd reserved a private room at the Catbird Seat, her favorite restaurant. Impossible to get reservations normally, but I'd pulled strings through a work connection. Dinner, then proposal, then hopefully celebration. Everything was planned. Ring bought, venue booked, date set. 6 weeks away. That was the timeline I was working with. That Tuesday evening, October 15th, I was at home after work. Claire was out at a venue site visit for a wedding she was planning. Wouldn't be home until 8 or 9. I was in the bedroom around 7 p.m., looking for my phone charger. I'd left it somewhere, and my phone was dying. Checked the nightstand, not there. Checked my side of the bed, nothing. Figured maybe Claire had borrowed it. She did that sometimes when her charger was downstairs and mine was convenient. Opened her nightstand drawer. Not there, just the usual stuff. Hand lotion, a book, sleep mask, random receipts. Checked her dresser. Top drawer, jewelry, accessories, sunglasses. No charger. Second drawer, workout clothes, socks. Still no charger. Third drawer. This was the deeper one where she kept things she didn't use often. Scarves, winter accessories, random items. I was moving things around looking for the charger when my hand hit something hard in the back corner under a stack of scarves. A small box. Felt like a ring box. My heart jumped for a second. Maybe she'd bought me a ring? Was she planning to propose? That would be a funny coincidence. I pulled it out. It was a ring box. Dark blue velvet, high quality, the kind expensive rings come in. But it wasn't the box my ring had come in. My ring was in a black leather box from the Green Hills jeweler, hidden in my office. This was a different box. I opened it. Inside was an engagement ring. Round diamond, white gold setting, beautiful stone, clearly expensive. But it wasn't the ring I'd bought. I stood there holding a ring box, looking at an engagement ring I'd never seen before, found hidden in my girlfriend's dresser. My mind tried to make sense of it. Maybe it was a family ring. Maybe her grandmother had left her something. But why would it be hidden under scarves? Why wouldn't she have mentioned it? I looked at the inside of the box lid. There was an inscription from the jeweler, Rogers and Holland Fine Jewelry, Nashville, Tennessee. I pulled out my phone and searched for Rogers and Holland. It was a jewelry store in Cool Springs, about 20 minutes south of Nashville. I looked more carefully at the ring. It looked new. Not vintage, not an heirloom. Modern cut, contemporary setting. Someone had recently bought this ring. I checked the box more carefully. Found a small receipt tucked in the bottom, folded tiny. Unfolded it. Rogers and Holland Fine Jewelry date. October 8th, 2024 item. 1.5 CT round diamond engagement ring, 14K white gold price. $7,200 purchased by Matthew Reeves. October 8th. 1 week ago. Matthew Reeves. I knew that name. Matt Reeves. Claire's ex-boyfriend from high school. They'd dated junior and senior year at their high school in Franklin. Been serious. Broken up when they went to different colleges. She'd mentioned him a few times early in our relationship. Her first love, the guy who got away. They'd ended amicably, but lost touch. I'd asked if they were still in contact. She'd said no. He'd moved to Atlanta years ago for work. They hadn't talked since college. But someone named Matthew Reeves had bought a $7,200 engagement ring 1 week ago. And that ring was hidden in my girlfriend's dresser. I sat on the bed holding the ring box, trying to process this. Then I did what anyone would do. I opened my laptop and searched for Matthew Reeves in Nashville. Found him on LinkedIn immediately. Matthew Reeves, 31, account executive at a tech company, Nashville, Tennessee. Nashville, not Atlanta. His profile showed he'd moved back to Nashville in May. 5 months ago. Excited to be back home in Music City. I searched Facebook. Found his profile, mostly private, but profile photo was visible. Good-looking guy, athletic, professional headshot. Relationship status wasn't visible to me. I searched Instagram. Found him at @matreeves_Nash. His account was public. I scrolled through recent posts. October 9th, 1 day after buying the ring. Photo of Nashville skyline at sunset. Caption, big things happening. Life is good. Folded hand sparkles. October 7th, photo at a Nashville restaurant. Celebrating with my favorite person, 2 hearts. The photo showed Matt with a woman whose face wasn't visible, just her hand holding a wine glass across the table. But I recognized the bracelet on her wrist. A delicate gold chain bracelet I'd given Claire for her birthday last year. The favorite person was Claire. I scrolled back further. September, multiple photos around Nashville. Some with Claire tagged, some without tags, but I recognized her in the background or by context. August, photo at Centennial Park. Summer evening with at @ClaireBennett_events, Claire was tagged. They were sitting on a blanket at sunset, clearly a romantic setting. July, photo at a rooftop bar. Claire was in the photo, both smiling, his arm around her shoulders. June, photo at a Sounds baseball game. Great night with an old friend catching up. Claire was next to him in the stadium. May, back in Nashville. Great to reconnect with people I've missed. He'd moved back to Nashville in May. Started posting photos with Claire in June. Had been seeing her regularly all summer. Had bought her an engagement ring 1 week ago. And that ring was hidden in our bedroom. I went back to Claire's Instagram. Looked at her posts from the past few months. Nothing about Matt. No photos together. No tags. No mentions. Her Instagram showed work events, photos with me occasionally, friend gatherings. Professional and curated. But when I looked at who she followed, I found at @matreeves_Nash in her following list. I checked her close friends list. Instagram lets you share stories with a private group. I wasn't on Claire's close friends list for her personal account. I'd never thought about it before. But Matt might be. She could be sharing private content with him that I never saw. I felt sick. I put the ring box back exactly where I'd found it, under the scarves in her dresser. Closed the drawer. Sat on the bed trying to figure out what this meant. Claire had an engagement ring hidden in her dresser. Her ex-boyfriend Matt had bought it 1 week ago. They'd been seeing each other since at least June. 5 months. Posting photos together, going on dates, spending time together while I thought she was at work events or with friends. And I had an $8,000 engagement ring hidden in my office, planning to propose in 4 weeks. We both had rings, but hers was from someone else. I heard the front door open. Claire was home. Ryan? You here? I came out of the bedroom. She was setting down her work bag, smiling. Hey, sorry I'm late. The venue visit ran long. The bride's mother had a million questions. She looked at my face. What's wrong? Are you okay? I found the ring. Her smile vanished. What ring? The engagement ring hidden in your dresser. The one Matt Reeves bought you last week. All color drained from her face. Ryan, I can explain. Are you engaged to Matt? She didn't answer. Claire, did Matt propose to you? Did you say yes? Yes, she whispered. I felt like the floor had dropped out. When? Last Tuesday, October 8th. We were at dinner, and he proposed. And you said yes. Yes. You're engaged to Matt Reeves. Yes. I walked to my home office. Opened the desk drawer. Pulled out the black leather ring box. Walked back to where Claire was standing in the living room. Opened the box. Showed her the ring I'd bought. I bought this 6 weeks ago. I was planning to propose on our anniversary, November 12th. I already made the reservation at the Catbird seat. She started crying. So we both have engagement rings. But yours is from Matt. You're engaged to him while living with me. I didn't know how to tell you. How long have you been seeing Matt? Since May. He moved back to Nashville, reached out to reconnect. We started talking. 5 months. You've been with Matt for 5 months. While living here with me. It started as just catching up. Old friends reconnecting. But then feelings came back. So you started a relationship with your ex, kept it secret from me. Let him propose to you. Said yes. And you were just going to keep living here with me while engaged to him. I was trying to figure out what to do. I love both of you. You're not in love with both of us. You're engaged to him. You made a choice. You just haven't told me yet. I didn't want to hurt you. So your plan was what? Keep living with me until when? Until after I proposed? Were you going to say yes to both of us? No. I was going to tell you before that. When? Because our anniversary is 4 weeks away. I have a reservation. I have a ring. I was planning a future with you. When exactly were you planning to mention you're engaged to someone else? She was sobbing now. I don't know. I've been paralyzed. Matt wants me to move in with him, to start planning the wedding, but I couldn't bring myself to leave you. You're already planning a wedding with him? We've talked about it. He wants spring, March, or April. So you said yes to his proposal, agreed to marry him in the spring, discussed wedding plans, all while living here and pretending everything was normal with me. I was going to tell you. I was trying to find the right time. There's no right time to tell someone you're engaged to someone else, Claire. You just do it. But you didn't, because you wanted to keep both of us. Keep me for stability and the house and the life we built. Keep Matt for romance and the excitement of your first love coming back. It's not like that. It's exactly like that. You're engaged to Matt. You're planning to marry him in spring. But you're still here with me because it's convenient. I grabbed my phone and called Matt's number. Found it on his company's website. Hello. Is this Matt Reeves? Yes, who's this? This is Ryan Parker, Claire's boyfriend, the guy she lives with. I need you to come to this address right now. I gave him my address. I don't understand. Claire is standing here in our living room. She has your engagement ring hidden in her dresser. She also has my engagement ring that I bought to propose to her next month. You and I need to have a conversation with her present. Come now. I hung up. Looked at Claire. Matt's coming here. We're going to sort this out right now. Ryan, you can't. Can't what? Can't bring your fiancé to the house where you live with your boyfriend? Too late. He's on his way. 25 minutes later, there was a knock at the door. I opened it. Matt stood there looking confused and worried. Come in. He walked into the living room. Saw Claire sitting on the couch crying. Claire? What's going on? Who is this guy? I'm her boyfriend of 3 years. We've been living together for 18 months. Did you know that? Matt looked at Claire. You said you lived alone. You said you'd broken up with your ex months ago. She lied. I said. She lives here. With me. Has for a year and a half. I found your engagement ring hidden in her dresser today. You're engaged to him? Matt stared at Claire. Yes, she whispered. I pulled out my ring box. Showed Matt. And I bought this 6 weeks ago planning to propose next month. Matt looked between the two rings, between Claire and me. You're living with him while engaged to me? I was trying to figure out what to do, Claire started. Figure out what to do. Matt's voice rose. You said yes when I proposed. We've been planning a wedding. You told me you wanted to marry me. I do want to marry you. But you're living with him. Matt turned to me. Did you know about me? Not until an hour ago when I found your ring. I had no idea you existed until you called me 20 minutes ago. So she's been lying to both of us. Living with me. Engaged to you. Keeping us completely separate. Matt looked at Claire with disgust. I moved back to Nashville for you. I turned down a promotion in Atlanta because you said you wanted to be together. I proposed because you said you loved me and wanted a future with me. I do love you. You live with someone else. Matt pulled the ring box out of his pocket. He brought it with him. I spent $7,200 on this ring. For someone who's been lying to me for 5 months about where she lives and who she's with. I spent $8,000, I said. For someone who's engaged to you. We both looked at Claire. She was sobbing. I love both of you. I didn't know how to choose. So you chose both, Matt said. Kept me for the romance and the engagement and the wedding planning. Kept him for the stability and the house and the life you already had. It's not that simple. It is that simple, I said. You made a choice. You said yes when Matt proposed. You're engaged to him. But you didn't have the courage to tell me and end our relationship, so you've been stringing both of us along. Matt looked at me. Are you going to propose to her? No. She's engaged to you. That ship has sailed. I'm not marrying her either. I don't marry liars. Matt set his ring box on the coffee table. Looked at Claire. We're done. Keep the ring, sell it, throw it away, I don't care. But we're finished. He walked out. I looked at Claire. Pack your things and move out. You have until this weekend. Ryan, please. Please what? Please let you keep living here while engaged to Matt. Please forgive you for planning to marry someone else. Please propose to you anyway, even though you already said yes to someone else. I made a mistake. You didn't make a mistake. You made hundreds of choices. Every day for 5 months you chose to lie to me and lie to Matt. You chose to accept his proposal. You chose to plan a wedding with him. You chose to hide it all from me. Those weren't mistakes. Those were choices. What am I supposed to do? Figure out your life. But you can't do it here. This is my house. You need to leave. Over the next few days, Claire moved out. Slowly, painfully, with a lot of crying and apologizing that I didn't engage with. By Sunday, she was gone. The following week, I returned the ring to the jeweler in Green Hills. They gave me a full refund, $8,000 back. Store credit initially, but when I explained the situation, they processed it as a return. I ran into one of Claire's event planning colleagues at a coffee shop in East Nashville about 2 weeks later. Ryan, hey, I heard about what happened with Claire. I'm so sorry. Thanks. How is she? Not great. She's staying with her parents in Franklin. She's not working at the firm anymore. Our boss found out about the whole situation and said it was a liability. Someone who handles other people's weddings while secretly engaged to one person and living with another? Not good optics. What about Matt? I heard he moved back to Atlanta. Took that promotion he'd turned down. He's done with Nashville. By November, when I would have been proposing, I was completely reset. The house felt like mine again. I'd cleared out everything that reminded me of Claire. Started taking Southern cooking classes, proper Nashville hot chicken, meat in 3 techniques, the regional specialties. The traditional cooking was grounding. Work continued its normal rhythm. Marketing campaigns, strategy sessions, the corporate life that was stable even when personal life wasn't. I thought about that night sometimes. The moment I found the ring box. The realization that I was planning to propose to someone who was already engaged to someone else. The image of 2 ring boxes on the coffee table, Matt's and mine, while Claire sat between us crying about not knowing how to choose. She'd chosen. She'd said yes to Matt. She just hadn't wanted to lose me in the process. I didn't feel triumphant about how it ended. I felt clear about the decision I'd made. I'd spent $8,000 on a ring for someone who already had a ring from someone else. Better to find out before I proposed than after. I didn't feel vindicated. I felt whole. When you find an engagement ring hidden in your girlfriend's dresser and it's not the one you bought, do you assume there's an innocent explanation, or do you immediately know you're the other man in someone else's engagement? Share your perspective in the comments.